continuing this conversation, podcast, slash whatever you want to call it. We're going on with the Nintendo conference. I'm SM2099. I'm here with your name, sir.
Ritesh.
Yes. Okay, something that's gonna be obvious here is that the Microsoft conference, Jesus, it had marks in the audience everywhere. You just somebody mentioned Halo, and somebody went whoa, and it was pretty obvious. This one had some marks, but it wasn't that obvious. But it was kind of. I don't know if you noticed that it wasn't like that full of screams. Yeah,
no, but it did have its surprises.
Yeah, I mean it had better. I think it was better than Microsoft conference, in my opinion. What about you?
Yeah, it was good. All were good. Everything was special in its own way.
Yeah, and then it all started. We started in the intros. The intro, the commercials between games. Everything was let's put out there how the mainstream media has given us the spotlight, how we are part of mainstream now. And that was pretty much it. What did you notice about those commercials?
I noticed one thing, and that was that at every chance he stressed V as a V.
The V, yes. V. We are
happy. We are this, and we are leading.
But it's alright. They deserve it. I think the Wii has really taken. I don't know if gaming or mainstream or whatever. It really has. It really has come. I don't know. It's burst from like nobody. I mean, the GameCube wasn't the best system. You know that, right? It practically didn't have a lot of support, and they didn't even put M games in it. But this Wii is, they started with mini games, and E3 showed a lot of promise for that console.
Yeah.
And so we have that Wii DS. Then who comes out?
Ooh,
Reggie, the Reginator, exactly, the Reginator. I'm here, Oh my God. Okay, Reginator.
Taking names.
Kicking
he
ass.
took someone's name today.
He certainly did something. But I think this E3 gave him like. I think he had a lot of. I can see why people appreciate him. He knows how to talk. He knows how to convince. I guess is the word.
Yes.
And then he comes.
He's a talker.
Yes, he certainly convinced me to buy one. Well, when I have money. Reggie goes out, explains, how Nintendo is responsible for the huge growth in gaming in the world. He also lands some, some numbers, Nintendo 69%, Sony 29%, Microsoft 2%, which is, pretty substantial.
What 2%?
In the gaming world, who has grown more than the other ones. Microsoft, in comparison to Nintendo, is like a blip in the radar, according to their, numbers. And portable systems have dominated consoles, blah blah blah. Thanks to the DS, a lot. Yeah, okay, we know it went on like that. I mean, basically, what they did is, say, look at us, look at all we did. We were right. We're cool. You're not. Then he goes on and explains about different ages, more factors in the game world, blah blah blah. Apparently the DS has got women playing games in a ratio of 2-to-1. I don't know. Is that significant?
Yes.
Why?
When everybody, they are usually the non-gaming audience, so they brought a newer audience into the gaming scene. That's what they want to show.
But I mean, can you really say casual games are gaming? I mean, they're pretty much
it's
like
time passing.
Yeah, I mean that's like a board game, isn't it? Casual.
Most
games,
of them are playing Brain Age.
Exactly. I mean, you can't say that's gaming. That's like Brain Age. I compared like doing a Sudoku on the newspaper or something.
But after buying the DS, especially for Brain Age, they'll be buying other games also. So in a way, they are indirectly brought into the gaming system.
Yes, it's true. You have to give them that. Maybe they'll start liking, like Samus from Meteoroid Prime 3 or whatever, because they all need like a role model or something. And then, we had casual games that reach new customers, Nintendo, bring 10 dogs. And then he comes out again, the Reginator. He comes out again, and he shows why he is, well, at least why I prefer him to any other mouthpiece of any other three major companies. Reggie, he shows his charisma, and he goes on and he, I don't know, maybe, quote, recognizes that that the weak and the could be considered a fad, like something of right now that it may not have staying power, and that it could be doomed and all that. But he says that Nintendo is here to stay. Basically, they are not a fad. They are here. They just started, and which is true. They just launched a couple of months ago. They're not even a year. And they say that this is not a fad. We are here to stay. We are Nintendo. Thoughts?
They are Nintendo. They are there to stay. They are obviously going to stay. There is no way that they will just discontinue it or they will stop producing games. There will be an abundance of games, and they already have so many pre-made sets. Like you replace this character with this character, and you place any type of mini game you want, and you get a nice game made. So it will be like every Tom, Dick, and Harry will be going on and making a game for Wii.
Yeah, I mean they have a pretty solid, well, not solid, but at least they started to ramp up, getting away from the mini games, and it's still, they still have that danger, of just being considered like something of right now. They have to like really push it, you know what I'm saying? They have to bring out game after game after game after game, amazing games, epic games,
Yes.
Mario, your Meteor Prime, Super Smash Brothers, and that's the thing, when you think of like really good games, but Nintendo wise, that's all you think. I mean, I like it that there's
only Nintendo makes good games for Nintendo console. The third-party ones are like rarely good, just like Rayman Driving Rabbits. That's the only good game you can think of, other than any Nintendo game.
Yes, exactly, and they're having a good lineup. They have to somehow promote the message. Make for Wii exclusively. You can make the same game for the other consoles, but you have to make exclusive controlled games for the Wii. I mean, they have to take advantage of that system, right?
Rather than porting games and making them like Call of Duty 3, and Far Cry, which were very bad examples.
Yes,
of trying to make an already existing game into a Wii controlled game. If we think of the game already as a controller type game and then make it, it will be 100 times better than any Far Cry.
Exactly. They have to, they have to bring it. They have to promote the Wii as a control unique game. Other consoles have their own controllers. You have to make. You can port the same game, but you have to at least, from the floor up, you have to make the controls especially for the Wii, because that's all the Wii is, a new type of control. Am I right or am I wrong? What am I?
Yeah, Wii is that. Yeah, all games are usually whichever are ported are FPS and third-person shooters, like Scarface, for example. You have the analog stick for moving and shooting and killing with the Wiimote. That's all anyone can do, but they have to do something different, only then they will like it. It's not like having a same game with motion controls. We want something special for motion controls rather than mini games only. Like you can see Super Mario Galaxy, which is a totally different game with a new usage of the controller and all that. It's very nice.
Exactly. That's basically the controls. It doesn't matter really the game, but the controls. And if the game controls really nicely, that's gonna be like a huge plus for any game.